Next up, at UFC 281, we have Dominick Reyes taking on
Molly
what
McCann.
says Molly McCann, but it is...
This show has absolute shit, man. Jesus Christ.
What's so annoying is I thought I fixed this graphic. Oh, you know what? I fixed it for... Nope, I didn't fix it for that one either. Oh, I didn't update it in the PowerPoint.
Patrick, come on, man. Holy shit. Jesus Christ. We were on the path, like our trajectory was to take over literally the world, and I could see it coming. And now we hit a fucking wall. This shit's over, man.
Anyway, we got Dominick Reyes. He's taking on Ryan Spann. Dominick Reyes is 12-3 overall. 12-3 overall. 2-3 in his last 5. With his last win being 3 years ago. Ryan Spann is 20-7 overall. 3-2 in his last 5. He is alternating wins and losses. I am surprised to see that this is in the prelims. It's not even the featured prelim. They sort of buried this. And I know they got to give Frankie Edgar his spot at MSG, last fight ever. Fine. So maybe this doesn't belong on the pay-per-view main card, but, you know, featured prelim seems appropriate for a former 2-time title challenger. Anyway, I saw the comment. This is a great comment. I'm changing my pick to Molly. That's a good comment. Because it's this guy. It's this massive human being. That's why it's funny, Jacob. I'll explain it to you. Anyway, Dominick Reyes. He's a pretty well-rounded guy. I don't think he's super dangerous anywhere, but he's a well-rounded guy. He has been knocked out in back-to-back fights, which is questionable because he's fighting Ryan Spann, who hits like an absolute freight train. The only issue with Ryan Spann, and the reason he's not knocking literally everybody out, is because he's a little slower. He's a little slower, and if you throw straight punches, you can get to him before he gets to you. He's big. He hits hard. 5 of his 7 UFC wins are by stoppage. Super long reach. Super tall. And this fight, to me, was so hard to pick. I didn't even, in the quick picks video, I didn't even do a pick. I've watched some more tape. I thought about it. I talked to you a bit. I am going to lean Dominick Reyes just a touch because, you know, in talking to you, you were like, dude, that Jiri fight, he actually looked good before he didn't. And then I rewatched it. You know, it's like, I guess he did. And, man, this is just such a tough fight. Why don't you go ahead and give your breakdown?
Yeah, I'm Dominick Reyes kind of all the way in this matchup. I will give away a flyer bet that I was going to play Saturday if it was a live stream bet. This is going to be a flyer, but I'll mention at the end of the breakdown. You watch that Jiri fight. I mean, that Jiri fight was an absolute war, and Dominick Reyes really kind of showed how tough he is in that matchup because he was getting absolutely beat on, and every time he was getting beat on against the fence, he continued to throw back. I mean, big counter, big counter. At some point in the second round, he actually put Jiri on skates to a point where Jiri was hurt so bad, he shot a takedown. And what did Reyes do? He pulled a guillotine for whatever, and he actually almost got the guillotine because Reyes, I mean, Jiri's hair got stuck. He couldn't get out of it, but, I mean, he pulled a guillotine. He was absolutely beat up. And I think that spinning back elbow knockout was, obviously it was right on the button. It was a bad knockout. But I think that was more of like compiled damage and being exhausted at the same time towards like, oh, now the brain's like, finally, let's take a little nap here. More than like a complete just like flatline knockout. Obviously, either way, it's not a good situation against a guy that hits like Ryan Spann. But I will tell you, my pick is Reyes in this matchup. We'll see if he mixes in some wrestling because he did have a takedown versus Jiri as well. Maybe he's trying to save his chin. You know, he's with, as you mentioned, with Glover. You know, maybe they're working on wrestling, this type of stuff. With that said, if he is going to mix in wrestling, if maybe he doesn't want to stand, the little sprinkle play I have, and this is a free bet for you guys, would be my Saturday live stream bet. Again, these are bets to have fun, flyers. I wouldn't tail them, but this is stuff that I do. You know, little sprinkles is Ryan Spann rounds by submission. This dude in 20 fights has 12 submission wins. I know not a lot in the UFC. He did have that one versus Kutalab in his last fight, but I feel like there's going to be something weird is going to happen in this fight. These are two guys you really don't, as Angelo mentioned in your breakdown, you kind of really don't know where this fight is going to go. I think Reyes comes in, maybe throws in some grappling, maybe gets caught, maybe he's clipped and then throws in grappling, maybe it's caught. Ryan Spann will catch a neck if you leave it out there. Those odds are plus 2,000. Plus 2,500 and plus 4,000 for a round 3 submission for a guy that's got 12 submission wins and 20 victories. Again, a little bit of a sprinkle. My pick is Reyes for this fight, but it feels like something weird's going to happen in this fight.
Yeah, I mean, this was so tough for me to pick, and I honestly ended up just going with Dominick Reyes based on my conversation with you. So I sort of let you influence that pick, but I was so torn because Dominick Reyes' chin is not great. Granted, it was Jan Blachowicz, hits like a freight train. Jiri hits like a freight train. The Jan loss was much worse than the Jiri one, in my opinion. Because the Jiri one, he went out there banging, and Jiri just has a brick for a head, and what are you going to do? The Jan loss was like, you just got beat by a 40-something-year-old.
Well, I think the Jan loss was, I just beat John Jones. I'm the dude, chest out. I should run through this dude. And he got caught off guard. Where the Jiri one, I think he came in ready and just got beat by a better guy. I mean, we see how tough and how good Jiri is now. But I think he showed tough. I don't think he was like that cocky dude anymore. He grit down. He was throwing counters. Even when he could have quit, he didn't quit until literally his brain quit on him. So I could see why. I know why you don't really like Reyes that much, but I think he's kind of turned a corner, and we'll see if he can capitalize on it.
Well, and going all the way out,
this is a fight he should win.
Going all the way out to Glover's gym says a lot. Like dude's in California, went all the way to Connecticut to train with who he thinks is probably the best 85-pounder, one of the best 205-pounder. Like, that's not an easy thing to do. It's not a big gym. It's literally a very small gym. It's not a big gym. There's not a bunch of big. It's not like he went down to ATT or went to Jackson Wink. Like, he was very targeted in where he went, and he's trying to get it done. So, I guess I'm going to go Dominick Reyes here. I'm not going to bet. This is a 1.5 line, right? Yeah, because I went the over.
Yeah, it's
I went
even.
The over.
It's even money.
Yeah,
I like that over too.
Because they are both tough. They do both hit hard. This fight could go a lot of ways. Dominick Reyes has been knocked out 2 times in his last 2 fights. I think he'll start a little slower. And Ryan Spann is a slow starter, and he's literally physically slow. And I don't mean that like, to be rude or make fun of him. Like, his hand speed is not as fast as some of these other guys, but he definitely hits way harder than they do. So we're both on Dominick Reyes. You a little more than me. I hate the pricing. I'm not touching it in DraftKings. You gonna do anything in DraftKings? I mean, that means you love Dominick Reyes, and he's going to win by stoppage.
Probably not. I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either. We do have a $1.99 from Luis Rodriguez again saying, Molly McCann with a botched plastic surgery. Yeah, she's not looking great.
No, I think she looks fantastic. I mean, that's a good looking body there. If you're asking me, Molly, get in touch. Let's work.
Look what I found.
Oh!
Is this a new one or is this the one that went missing? No, this is the new one.
This is
$10 from
all
D.
it took was that greedy bastard to get $10, and all of a sudden he saw it. All of a sudden he saw it. He's like, $5. No, he's looking at it. $2, $5. Oh, $10 from D. Okay.
Yeah, see?
Unbelievable.
That's why Jacob is my favorite. LOL. So I guess you're not the favorite because he laughed at it. I appreciate everyone spamming Double G, which frankly is rude. And damn, Molly McCann is definitely getting piss rested after this graphic.
Tested.
Yeah, supposed to say tested. Yeah, no, she's definitely on the juice. Appreciate you. Thanks for sticking with us, even though I couldn't find your last one. Very, very appreciated. So the question from Cash Sarlo is, I'm not 21 if I pay the $10. Listen, we're not a sports book. We're not a casino. We're giving you DraftKings advice. We're showing you the bets that we're placing. We're giving you advice. We're giving you stats. We're giving you picks. We're giving you information. A DraftKings optimizer, Prize Picks, Monkey Knife Fight. We're giving you an insane amount of content, but it's content. What you do with that information is on you. If you want to go place bets, great. If you're a member just to support us, great. If you're there just for the DraftKings optimizer, great. So we're not a sports book. There's no age limit, So yeah, of course, you can pay the $10 and get access to all the exact same content. And some people who don't want to become a premium member on the website, you can become a premium member right here on YouTube. Click the join button under the video. You see there's 2 tiers. One is premium membership. It's essentially what's on the website minus the optimizer. So obviously the optimizer is not going to work in the community tab of YouTube. But thank you all very much. Genuinely appreciated. I0, $2. Look up D Super Chatted again. I did. I got there. Thank you, though. Appreciate that. 25 pesos from DV. D super chat was missed again. It wasn't
They're
missed.
all
I
up
got
there.
it. I
They're
got
all
it.
looking out
Thank
for-
you very
they're all
much.
Looking out for our dude, man.
They're looking
we
out
love
for
you,
D.
man.
Look at the community we're building over
We
here.
love you, D.
Genuinely, thank you all very much. We have well over 200 people in here.
Do you love D?
And we have well over 200 people here. And there's
Wow, that's okay. He's saying that he loves you, but
there's
you love him?
plenty
You love D?
of channels here. Mr. Spearman, yes. There's plenty of channels here that have been doing this longer than us that do not get the love that we get. So thank you all very much. That is not lost on us.